All right, it looks like we're all filtering in from the waiting room. Thank you so much for being here. League members, I'm Kevin Deckinga. I'm the League's Director of Membership and Development. I want to thank you all for being here. For those of you at the National Bike Summit, thanks for being with us here in Washington. This is our favorite week of the year. It's the time that we get to see you face to face, and we're just so excited that you're here. Thanks for your support, as always. I'm going to get out of the way. I want to make sure that I introduce you to the League's board president, Ken Podziba. Ken?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm going to give everyone a brief overview of the finances for 2022. But before I do so, I want to introduce all the board members. And we're going to start, and they'll give a brief overview of who they are, where they're from, and all that good stuff. We're going to start with the vice chair of the league, Danielle Aragoni. Danielle? Okay.
People are still filtering in, Ken. Sorry. Yeah, it's we'll see if she joins in a minute. But yeah, keep going down the list.
We'll go next to Jim Barras. Okay, we're 0 for 2. Next, in alphabetical order, Maria Bosted. Maria, are you there? Okay.
She's here.
She's here.
Good.
Hi, I'm
Maria.
here.
Hey, Maria.
I'm multitasking and the timer just went off. Hi, everyone. I'm Maria Bosted. I'm the treasurer on the board. It's so great to be here and to see everyone.
Good to see you, Maria. Max Hep Buchanan.
I think he's traveling across country right now.
Okay, we'll go then to Melissa Lee. Okay, next, Keisha McCullough. Keisha, I know you're there. I think you're there. Okay, next.
She's here.
Hello.
Oh, good.
Hello.
We're having a
Okay. Next, Ralph Monty from Florida.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm excited to be at the summit. I'm the immediate past chair of the board, and I'm based in Sarasota, Florida, and I wish you all the best for a great summit.
Thank you very much, Ralph. Good seeing you. Next, we have Vivian Ortiz. I know Vivian there. I just saw her.
I'm right here. See me? Hi, everyone.
Hi, Vivian.
It's great to be back in the summit again, all right?
Okay. And next up is Kadisha Prawl from New Haven.
Hi everyone. Glad to see everyone, even though I'm not on camera. I'm happy to serve on the board, and happy that the summit's happening.
Thank you, Kadisha. And we have next up Mike Sewell. Mike. Okay. Chuck Smith. Torrance Strong.
Hello, everyone. Checking in from the league's office. I'm listening.
Okay. Karen Weisberg.
Hi, I'm in Reston. Anna and I took a long ride and we made it.
And that was my next one in alphabetical order, W and Z.
Yeah, it was a very long bike ride. Karen biked my butt off, but she's letting me stay with her for the summit, which is really awesome. Beautiful place out here in Reston.
Fantastic. Any board members join us late that want to introduce themselves? Okay, so I will give a very brief overview of the finances, and the reason why it's so brief is because things are really good. Our balance sheet is the best it's been in 10 years. Revenue and membership, revenue from membership and donations are the best they've been in 7 years. And for the first time, and this is important, for the first time in a long time, the league is debt-free. It paid off its line of credit in 2022. So we're debt-free, which is great news. And this is all while adding more staff and creating a great new website. And it's a testament to our executive director, Bill Nesper, and his amazing staff. And, you know, many of whom have been around for a long time and very loyal. And we're very, very fortunate to have them on the team. And now I'll hand it over to Bill, who will give you a little more detail, I think, of the finances and introduce the staff. And have a great summit. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ken. Yeah, it is a great time to be at the league. And as Ken said, we are in a better place financially than we've been in years. And that's thanks to the incredible work of our team here at the league. It's just, I can't say enough about the great people that I get to work with. And we're seeing that firsthand right here in Washington, D.C. with the launch of the National Bike Summit this year, but throughout the year. And I'll talk a little bit about that. But first, I want to first just give you a little bit of an overview. Just tell you that you can do a little bit of a deep dive if you'd like to into the finances, but I wasn't going to do too big of a dive into that. But I'll share with you something that's put together in a much better way than it has been in the recent past, and that is our oh, sorry, did I just start a presentation without trying to? Sorry about that. I'm going to try to share my screen here. It's like I've never been to a conference before, folks. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, and I think that this gives you kind of a look. So we produced this year an annual report that you can find on our website, bikeleague.org, our brand new website. I'm going to show you a little bit about that. I'm going to take you through our new website so I can show off our staff, of course, and get a chance to talk to our program directors about updates for what we're working on in 2023. But as Ken said, we ended the year in a really good place, and in 21 with a $450,000 surplus, which was quite extraordinary, and it's really based on fundamentally the league diversifying its revenue streams. So, of course, members and people donating to the league remains the lifeblood. We are driven, more than 60% of our funding is coming from people writing checks, making donations, being members of the league. But in addition to that, we've really increased the amount of income that we've been able to generate towards supporting our awesome education program. So we're doing more LCI seminars. You hear a little bit about that. We're doing we are selling more merchandise. We are bringing in new sponsorships and grants and really trying to find support all around. And of course, this is a beautiful cycle as you are able to do more work and build capacity and really implement that strategic plan that we talked about last year, that I was able to share with you, this new strategic plan that we worked on with our great board of directors. As we've been implementing that strategic plan, it's no surprise that our donations are up and membership is up, and our donations are up, and the amount of members is still about the same, but the amount of people that are donating is growing. So we are a thriving, healthy organization for the first time in a number of years, as Ken said. If you're just curious about this overview here of the league's finances, you'll see that last year in 2022 we ended with a slight deficit. It's really an accounting thing. We weren't able to account for one of our really good sized donations that came in at the very end.
You can't see that.
2022. Oh, you can't see that? Okay, well,
no.
Basically, we become a $2 million organization, and our balance sheet is very healthy. And I'm sorry that you can't see this.
We can see, yeah, we can see a PDF. It's stuck on page 2.
Oh,
I don't know if you're advancing
weird.
and it's
Okay.
not in full screen. I don't know.
Oh, strange. Okay. Well, I'll take you out of there and having technical difficulties. Okay, so there's some beautiful graphs that you can find on bikeleague.org. Let me see if I can when I share that the Bike League website, you can see that. Hold on, just give me a minute. Can you see that? No, let's try this again. All right, well, you can look at everybody for a minute. Can people see the screen now? Can you see?
Yeah.
Bikeleague.org. Okay, so this is our new website. So really excited to share this with you. This has been a long time coming. We thought that we needed a much better way to represent ourselves and the incredible work that is being done by us, and also the work that we're supporting advocates, educators, and people who put on great opportunities for people to ride around the country. So this new website, bikeleague.org, big shout out to our communications team especially, but all the team that goes into like making this the content that it is a reflection of that awesome work that you all support as members of the league. So thank you for that. I did want to showcase our staff a little bit. So I think everybody's on here, but I just want to sort of go through and just so you know everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the top alphabetically. Kevin Deckinga, you met him just a minute ago, Director of Membership and Development. Allison Dewey, our Education Director. Yep. Oh yeah, we have a whole group here in the league office right behind me. Oh, awesome. Hey everyone. Yay, awesome, cool. Patricia Donnelly, Patty, she's our new Federal Policy Fellow. Lorna Green, who you've all known for a long time. Lorna is our Operations Director. Connor Herbert is our other brand new Federal Policy Fellow. Lauren Jenkins, our Communications Director. Ken McLeod is our Policy Director. Jamil Modafari is our brand new Policy Specialist. Amelia Neptune is our Bicycle Friendly America Director. Me, of course, you know me. Alyssa Proudfoot Siegel, who is our Membership and Program Coordinator now. And Anna Tang, who is our Bicycle Friendly America Specialist. Riley Teitelbaum is our Education and Outreach Assistant. Raven Wells, our Communications Coordinator. And Karen Whitaker, our Deputy Executive Director, who leads our federal work. So that's the whole team. The news here is that talking about I think that my favorite part of sharing our story recently is that we have grown in our capacity to do this work to meet that mission to deliver on building a bicycle-friendly America for everyone, because we've doubled our staff in the last 5 years. So that is or very close, 90%. So we've nearly doubled our staff, and so we're able to fulfill our mission and turn your funding and support of our organization into the bicycling and making bicycling accessible for all, like we all really want. So I can't thank them enough for their work, and it's a really great team to be working on. And so what I want to do now, I'm not going to ask every single one of them to talk. I'm going to ask the directors of our programs to talk a little bit about what we're looking at in 2023 and maybe a thing or two that they're excited to be working on in 2023. So I'm going to start off right at the top. The person I'm looking at right now, Amelia Neptune, you want to kick us off?
Sure, thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm Amelia Neptune. I'm the director of the Bicycle Friendly America program. And this year I'll be celebrating my 10-year anniversary at the league, which is just wild. So I love working for this organization and really appreciate everything members do to support our work and help us help local advocates be more effective. Last year, we hired Anna Tang as our BFA program specialist, and I'm excited we've been able to sort of grow some of the work that she's doing, increasing the number of workshops that she's doing in communities across the country and the number of Spark grants that we're able to give out, which is our mini grant program. I'm going to put a link in the chat and just plug that Spark grant applications are open right now. Oops, I'll make that a proper link. If you want to apply, April 7th is the deadline. But something I'm really excited about this year is we're working on a couple new resources that will come out later this year to help our bicycle friendly communities and businesses and universities. And one of those tools is a bike audit toolkit. And if you're familiar with AARP's work, they have a great walk audit toolkit, and we're partnering with them to create a bike audit toolkit. So if you're here in DC for the summit, tomorrow there's a mobile workshop that Anna is hosting with America Walks and AARP around the walk audit toolkit. And one of the things we're doing is getting feedback from people to help inform our new bike audit toolkit. And it's a great tool, not just for improving your bike infrastructure, but an engagement tool for citizens, for elected officials, et cetera. So that's something I'm really excited about. Look forward to releasing that later this year. I'll pass it over to you, Bill.
Awesome. Karen Whitaker, you want to go?
Sure, thanks. So as Bill said, I'm Karen Whitaker. I work on federal policy. And I would say one thing I'm really excited about is that we've started this new federal policy fellow program, where the idea is that someone, or this year we have 2 people that are going to be working with us part-time for a year, giving folks a chance to get into the bike movement, see what it's about, and being able to bring someone new in every year to help with that. Another thing I'm really excited about is that we're really beginning to see the funding from the bipartisan infrastructure bill hit the streets. And we're learning a lot from that, from how we're seeing different states and communities do really innovative things in using that funding. And so I'm really looking forward this year to collecting those stories and sharing them back out. And I will highlight that we have a plenary on Tuesday, which is a really good example from Louisiana on how they've learned how to get some of this funding down to rural communities and smaller communities. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Great to see you.
Awesome. Thanks, Karen. Kevin, do you want to go?
Sure. Thanks, Bill. I'm Kevin Deckinga. I introduced myself earlier. I'm the Director of Membership and Development. This is my 7th year at the League, believe it or not. And I love being here. I love the uniquely talented and supportive people that I get to work with every day. And I love speaking with our members all across the country. I feel like I've got the best job in the office because I get to connect advocates, bike clubs, advocacy groups, companies with the great work that we do and bring them in and then build support for our work here in Washington. So it's been a ride. Membership is going strong. Thank you all so much for being members. I really can't stress it enough. And I want to give a shout out to our membership and program coordinator, Alyssa Proudfoot-Siegel, who sends all of the membership stuff and answers the phone and is answering emails. She's the best. Thanks everyone for being here and for being part of the summit. Bill?
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Allison, how about you?
Hi, good evening. I'm Allison Dewey. I am broadcasting live from the League office with a lot of friends here. So, some board members, some other LCIs and members. We're just brought the party over here from National Union Building. So I run the Smart Cycling program, which is the League's education program. We have a great network of LCIs across the country and our smaller community of coaches that train LCIs. And this past year, we brought on, with that, the growth that we've experienced in staff, we added one additional person to the Smart Cycling programming staff, who is Riley Teitelbaum. And they are at the summit as well. So if you haven't met Riley, please reach out to them and welcome them to the League. This is their 2nd year with the League. But Riley, and adding Riley to the education program has freed my time up to do some curriculum growth. And we recently released a group ride manual, an instructor manual, and a student manual, which I'm really excited about. In the coming months, we will be doing a e-bike curriculum with our partner People for Bikes. So that's really exciting to be working with them on e-bikes. And then we recently partnered with Woom Bikes to do a Learn to Ride curriculum for youth. And Bike New York is part of that. So we are excited to be working with Bike New York and Woom on the Learn to Ride youth and adult curriculum. And then also probably later in the year, maybe into 2024, we will also be adding some additional training to our bicycle-friendly driver training to really target drivers of large vehicles, bus drivers, truck drivers, semi-truck drivers, to really kind of focus on how those large vehicles really need to share the road with cyclists and what that means for vulnerable road users. So we're going to have a great 2023, and looking forward to working with all of you out there and making that happen. So thank you for your support.
Thanks, Allison. Ken McLeod.
Yeah, Ken McLeod, Policy Director. Really excited for 2023. I celebrated my 10-year anniversary last year, so it's been great to be at the League so long and still kind of crazy. Really excited to have a new staff person and policy specialist, Jamil Modafari, to help me out with work this year. We're going to be releasing a lot of great resources around slower speeds and changing speed limit laws to improve traffic safety. Looking forward to also creating resources around National Highway Traffic Safety Administration grants that can fund things like bicycle education and other traffic safety campaigns. And then also kind of anticipating some automated vehicle legislation in Congress and hoping to get some great language in there to make sure that people biking, walking, and getting around outside of vehicles are safe when those vehicles are deployed. So a lot of great stuff this year, and thank you for all of your work as advocates as we push things forward at the national level.
Awesome. Thanks, Ken. Lauren Jenkins, you there?
I am. I made it. I am here.
Right.
Thank you to our sponsor, Lyft, for getting me home safely. So I'm the communications director at the League, and we were asked to say what we're excited about, and I think that was quite the prompt. And for something I'm excited about this year, I hope you've all seen, we have a new website at the League, and so I'm really glad. I'm glad to have it out there. I hope everyone will enjoy it and see what we have to offer. And if you find a nice way to say what you don't like about it, please tell me. You can find my email address, lauren@bikeleague.org. I would love to love some feedback and to hear what we can improve upon. But I think for all of us, we're all, for me, I just always love hearing what my colleagues are up to, because it means we get to communicate some awesome things, such as the e-bike curriculum that's going to be coming out this summer, the speed campaign, which we've been working with Ken on for a while now. You probably saw our Slow Speeds magazine that came out late last year. That was really setting the stage for all of that work. And I know we have a lot of other fun things to talk about throughout the year. I'm looking at my colleagues up there in the top line here, and thinking about Anna traveling across the country doing her workshops, and Amelia finding more and more ways to help communities become bicycle friendly. Kevin working with clubs and membership groups, our member organizations, on so many important initiatives to make the movement bigger and more inclusive and diverse. And so I think that's just the fun part of being in communications, is seeing and talking about all of that fun work. So that's but also the website. So thank you.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw, I showed them the website a little bit, but I had problems with my screen share for some reason. But I think
it was obviously your problem. It wasn't the website.
Yeah, it was my problem, definitely, not the problem of the awesome website. So yeah, big thanks, Lauren and Raven, for their Herculean work on that new website. And I hope you all check it out, and it helps helps you do your work better, and understand how the work that you're supporting is coming to life. So thanks for all that. Now, I think we're missing Lorna. I don't think Lorna has been able to join us. And I think Lorna, we'll give her a chance to talk when she hops on. But in the meantime, I want to make sure to plug opportunity now to get some of your questions, for our team. So, and the board, of course. I think I put a prompt in the chat. I hope people see that. I don't know if everybody's seen that, but yeah, if you want, put a question in the chat. And after we if we do a few of those, we're going to do some we're going to try something. I think we've done this before, but maybe not. Some random socializing groups. So I'm going to make breakout groups of like 4 to 5 people. There's over 100 people here. So we're going to make 25 groups, and we're going to put you in a room with, maybe you'll get some league staff and board. Maybe you'll get a few of them. Maybe you'll be with a friend who's from across the country, who's also a league member. You get to introduce, and I think the goal will be introduce yourself, talk about maybe something recent that some biking that you've done recently, some good bike story that you want to share, or an advocacy win or a class you taught, something like that, whatever you want to do. But I think let's get to know each other a little bit. Our organization is filled with incredible people, as I'm sure you all know. We get to see it more often than you do, probably, how awesome our membership is. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. But in the meantime, I'm seeing some questions come in. So I just want to ask the staff, are you all seeing the questions come in too, or is it just me? I think they're just coming to me. Okay. So I'll delegate the questions. So what is the current league membership? I'll start there. Kevin.
Is this like Jeopardy? Do I have to answer in the form of a question?
Am I supposed to ask the question differently? What's the category?
No, the league membership is roughly, fluctuates throughout the year, but roughly 18,000 individuals, bike clubs, businesses, corporations, advocacy organizations, everyone that is a dues paying member. And beyond that, we also have lots of financial supporters. The league membership in terms of numbers has been fairly flat over a number of years, and this is pretty consistent with other advocacy groups and other nonprofit membership groups currently. And if you were at the summit, you probably heard me talk about it this morning. But our membership is strong. I like to focus on the fact that our membership renewal rate fluctuates between 75 and 80%, which is really unheard of in nonprofit advocacy. So it's a testament to all of you, your continued support of our work.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
A question from Tim out in California. The league used to run bicycle rallies around the US. Will those ever come back? This is a question that has come up a bunch. Thanks for asking that question. It's a great question. I think, I'll go ahead and take this one, unless somebody from the board wants to jump in. But I'll say that it's something that we're talking about, trying to figure out, within our work. There's 3 main areas of action, right? So there's advocacy, that we're trying to help advocates be more effective. There's education, and then there's the fun, helping people go on rides. So there's places to ride, there's the confidence to ride more, and then there's like people to ride with and access to biking and bike friends. So a lot of you remember the rallies of old. When I started at the league 20 years ago, I was at one of the last ones, and I think there's a lot there that we're missing. I think there are a lot more rides and great organizations doing rides these days than there were in the 80s and 90s, and sometimes I get patches sent to me from rallies in the 70s. So there are a lot more rides happening, and probably a different model if we do go back to like promoting rides better. I know it's something that we've tried to do over the last couple of years, is pick out 5 rides that we're promoting. But yeah, I think that there's something there that we're considering, figuring out how to get back together on bikes together in a new kind of way that's probably not going to be a rally exactly, but Yeah, I'm not giving you the Washington answer, I promise. I do think that there's something there, and we'd like to figure it out and do it in a way that doesn't jeopardize, of course, the other advocacy and education work that we've really been focused on, and that is highlighted in our strategic plan. I don't know. Anybody else have anything to add to that? Ken, Board? No.
Yeah, just that it's a very timely question because the board met today and that was what we were all talking about, how we want rallies back. We want more fun, we want more rides, and the bandwidth of the league is very limited, but if we partner with other rides around the country, I think we could have that, and that's what we're going to work on.
I want to put out a quick plug. If you're doing the 5-borough bike tour in New York, produced by Bike New York, say hi to Alyssa and I with League membership. We're also giving away a bunch of passes. So thanks to Bike New York for that partnership and for my ability to ride that awesome event. So if you're there, say hi.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Good plug. Yeah. We've definitely been getting out to more rides recently, and it's been really fun. No surprise. We all know how much fun it is to ride bikes together. So let's do more of it. So we had a really direct question about how much funding is going to come directly. We've got some funding wins thanks to our awesome policy advocacy team over the last few years. We're at a critical moment with incredible amount of opportunity to use the funding to transform our communities. And this question was specifically about how much is coming to Pennsylvania. So we can say that there's a link, I believe, is it on our website, but I'm just going to go ahead and share it with you directly. I don't know, Karen, is there a resource people can see? I think it's on our site, isn't it?
So I put a link into the chat. And the second one that I just did, funding for states, will show you the funding your state is getting for transportation alternatives and for the carbon reduction program. And if your state has a safety set aside for biking and walking, it has that too. But I'll say under the Infrastructure Act, we went from $4 billion for biking and walking over 5 years to now we're up to $14 billion for biking and walking over 5 years.
Awesome. Thanks, Karen. A question. Well, this is an interesting question about reciprocity. Did you see this one, Kevin? Maybe not. Okay. Are there any thoughts about offering membership reciprocity with similar like-minded organizations? Like, there's a lot of thoughts about this. Rails to Trails, People for Bikes, Adventure Cycling. So People for Bikes, I should say, they're not. Those aren't all the same. So People for Bikes is it's a membership organization, but it's a membership organization of the bike industry. So we definitely partner with the industry on our work in Capitol Hill. And as Allison mentioned, we're really excited to work with them on an e-bike curriculum. And yeah, so in other things, we're definitely working together on, and that's the same with Rails to Trails and Adventure Cycling on our actual work. We partner on projects, we share lists, we try to co-promote and those sorts of things. But reciprocity between those national organizations, I don't think so. I don't think we've ever really talked about that. One thing we have talked about, though, is trying to figure out how to better strengthen our state and local organizations, and figuring out, like, are there ways to is there a way to, like, share not share members, but like figure out joint membership programs, things like that. So we're definitely open to that, especially as it will strengthen that core part of our membership, the state and local groups. Right now, I think there's like 350 state and local advocacy organizations that certainly need the support of local people who bike, so that they can get more things done. It will be no surprise to you, many of them are understaffed and underfunded. And that was one of the focuses of today. Was at the National Bike Summit. The first day of the summit is called Active Transportation Leadership Institute. It's like a leadership retreat for people who That's one part of it. There was education programming, of course, fun rides that were happening as well. But we got to talk a lot about with professional advocates, how to strengthen their organizations and do that, in addition to all the great programming that was happening around advocacy, around education, and of course, great bike rides here in DC. But yeah, I think that's probably been the biggest bit of conversation we've had is in that area, not with the national groups. Yeah. Kevin, anything to add there?
No, as the director of the national group, I appreciate your support, but I also want to encourage you to support advocacy at the local and statewide levels too, because we're all doing our bit, and it takes all of us. So yeah, thanks for being an advocate.
We have an open invitation to come to Indianapolis. I don't know if you all, I'm the only one seeing the chat. For some reason, or I'm seeing like direct messages from.
If you make the staff panelists, I think that we should be able to see the chat.
Host isn't enough. Okay, got it. All right. It's fine. It's fine. I like seeing all the questions and sending them out to you. All the control here. Is there a city or town in the U.S. that has reduced cars to the point where it is so bike friendly and bikes can be used, for example, can be used as an example? Like, is there a city out there that's a great example of being like more car free? I think there are a number of examples of cities that are very car light. I think York being one of them. But yeah, it's still, yeah, I don't know. Amelia, do you have anything to add there? Any places that are a lot of small towns?
Yeah, I would say, the bicycle friendly community program, our goal is to help every community become that. That's the aspiration. But I will admit that in the US, we're a little bit grading on a curve, and even the best places in the US have light years to go before we're at sort of global standards of a like really, really, truly bicycle friendly. But that being said, I would encourage you all to visit our BFA awards map and check out the communities that are at the gold and platinum levels. There are a lot of places doing really amazing things. And it's fun to welcome people to Washington, D.C. to show off what our local Department of Transportation has been working on, the new protected bike lanes right outside the conference venue, for example. So a lot of examples of places doing really good work, and not just big cities, small towns too. The BFC program includes towns as small as 500 people. So check out that program if you're looking for some examples, and feel free to reach out if you want to find sort of a peer community similar to yours, because we have over 500 awarded communities, and over 900 have participated in the program, whether or not they've gotten awards. So there's a lot of good examples out there of all shapes and sizes, communities across the country.
Awesome, thanks. So, well, that was all the questions. Oh, here we go. Wait, maybe one more. It's like a statement. Yeah, thank you. Is there funding, support, attendance for the bike summit for people of color cyclists and bike clubs? Yeah, actually there is. There's a scholarship program. There's a scholarship program for everyone who would like to come, and we get a lot of support. I mean, it's okay. We'd like to have more support to cover more scholarships, and then in addition to that, we have funding to cover all of our BIPOC focused like bike clubs. There's a scholarship program for virtual attendance. So like organizations like SRAM have helped like make that possible. Our especially bike clubs and their members that are BIPOC serving clubs. So that's been a thing that we've added over the next few years. What are the best tags to use for social media? Okay, Lauren, there you go.
Oh, well,
in general, probably for the league, probably I would think, and for the summit.
Well, I guess for the summit we're using hashtag Bike Summit 23, and I feel like I'm speaking for Raven here, who's really our social media expert. So I would encourage her to jump in. I assume she's here. I haven't checked. But sorry, because I got here late and I'm using my browser instead of regular Zoom. You all don't need to know this, but anyway, back to the topic at hand, hashtags and other tags. I would encourage you to use, especially in your where you're located, if you're looking for people, like the hashtag bike, and then like your town's like letter tags is always a very popular one, like bike SF or bike DC or bike. I'm guessing it's PGH in Pittsburgh, and there's other, how everyone bike RVA. So like hashtag that is always a good way to find out what's going on in your local community as well. And then I think, the thing about social media, the language is always changing too. So making sure you're, following the sort of the influencers, if you will, of the world. Like Arlie Greenwald tweeted about us today, and we were all very excited about that. She was like, keep tweeting. She had FOMO for not being at the summit because of social media. So, following those people, or following people like Arlie, is a really great way to, see what the other hashtags are that people are using and talking about. And yeah, I think those are sort of my main tips. And there's probably other stuff happening on Instagram too. I know Bill's a big Instagrammer, so he probably might have some ideas there about what people are talking about bike-wise.
I wish I was better at this. Yeah.
But the other one, fun thing on Instagram, there's a lot of bike memers on Instagram. So if you ever were into that, like it's a great place too to sort of see the bike community, poke fun at the bike community.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, Lauren, I'm just gonna say it. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, yeah, no, Raven, please go.
No, you summed that up good. Great. Yeah, hashtags, and definitely like looking at the league social media and our also like our blogs, like seeing who we're highlighting. If you find similar stories in your community, sharing those, because while we love to put the spotlight on particular groups, it's always great to provide a roundup of examples. So, if you ever see us highlighting people on social media, on the blog, and you think, oh, that's also happening in my community, definitely feel free to reach out to me directly, or, comment. We love to boost engagement on our social media or through our blog. So yeah, just definitely feel free to comment and say, oh yeah, this is going on in my community as well. Or I know someone who's doing something similar here, but this worked for them. So just engaging with the content that's already out on the league and other sites as well. It's a good way to move forward with it.
Thanks so much. So I think we have one last question, and then we're going to do breakout rooms. Okay. So here it is. What would it take for the league to communicate America needs protected bike lane networks in every town, just like Denmark? Serious curbs separated networks wide enough for faster and slower bikes to share. Gosh, well, I mean, I think, I'll just say, maybe I'll let Ken, who wrote the report on benchmarking bike networks. I don't know if we have an answer directly how to become Denmark. I don't think that I was going to say, like, we're, it's obviously not apples to apples, but promoting great models is something we really want to do, and we're really thankful that there's great guidance in the United States to make context appropriate bike facilities, everything from low speed streets on up. But Ken, do you want to take a shot at that before we go to breakout groups?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of saying it, yes, we should create connected, protected bike lane networks, so that we are providing as good of bike networks as we can as a leader of the world. As the United States wants to be a leader of the world in many aspects, we should lead in traffic safety. We should lead in bike networks. There's no reason we can't do it. I believe in the United States, and I think most people do, and we can innovate and invest and create those networks. At the local level, I encourage you to really focus on creating those networks yourself, being innovative and kind of mapping at the local level and thinking about how you can create those networks in your community, taking what you have on the ground right now and connecting it in a way that is thoughtful and protected and doable in your community, based on where you are right now. We're going to build it over time, layers on layers. Those bike lanes that are sketchy right now are probably the generation 1, generation 2 that will end up in that Copenhagen, Denmark style bike network in the future. So just keep up the work on the local level and kind of make sure that you have really legible, connected, intelligent networks for people who bike in your community, and we'll make it happen.
Thanks, Ken. If you're interested on that, there's a plug for that report, Benchmarking Bike Networks, that's on our website, that gives you kind of an idea of our approach to that. You know, we started the Good Roads movement, and we have an idea of what good roads can be. And yeah, that's not protected bike lanes on every single street in America. And you know, it's much more, it's actually, it's much better than that. So check that out. And thank you for your support. I'm going to now do some forced socializing is what we're going to do right now. So you're going to be randomly put into groups. I hope you all can chat for a few minutes. These will be like 5 minutes. Maybe we'll do 2 rounds and then we can say good night. Thank you so much for being up for this. And if you're not into it and you want to leave, you can always leave your room, you know, subtly, and come back and we can reassign you, or you can, you know, hop off and just know that we really, really appreciate you. Okay, here we go. Hi. Some folks are not in rooms, huh? Is that right? Are you in? Is this did they put me into a breakout room? I don't know. Can you all hear me there? Anybody? No?
Yes, I can hear you. And
Did you see like a join this space here on the or not?
a what?
It says join a room, or is this a room? Are we in a room together? I think maybe we are.
I don't see anything that says join a room.
Oh, okay. Well, I think maybe this is us then. Maybe
All
it's Chuck. Hi, Chuck. Can you hear us? And Donald and Beth. Nice to see you all. I don't think I know. Well, Donald, bye-bye. Beth, you still there?
I am.
Awesome. Where are you from, Beth?
Middletown, Connecticut.
Awesome. Middletown, Connecticut. Great.
Yes.
How long have you been a league member?
Pretty long time.
Awesome.
I don't know. It's been long enough that I don't remember.
Okay, yes. Well, thank you for your support.
And my husband has a lifetime membership.
Okay, great. Thank him for being, you know, for you both for being lifetime members. That's excellent. Very, very supportive of that. Well, yeah, so you all know me. I'll let you, Chuck, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Chuck Smith. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a league lifetime member, and I'm happy to be serving on the league board right now. And it's a great group of people and real privilege to work with them and Bill on. And the league's doing really well, and we're really, really happy with how things are going.
Awesome. So any Chuck, you got to share like a recent bike story. You got anything you want to share? Weren't you just overseas?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, I got in some riding in the Philippines, and it was very interesting. We toured the Orient. We visited the Philippines and also Singapore and Vietnam and Hong Kong, and found the roads being taken over by motorcyclists. Now, these were small motorcycles, like Japanese motorcycles like the Honda and so forth. And they would actually move along much better than the four-wheeled vehicles. And so we'd see them at every intersection. We'd approach the intersection. We'd usually be on a bus, and all of these these motorcycles would catch up with us and queue up. And it was just a very, very interesting thing. Unfortunately, we did not see very many pedal bicycles. They were motorized motorcycles. But yeah, things are changing. Of course, that's much cheaper than buying an auto, and so the people are buying motorcycles in the Orient.
Oh, wow. I've been asked to join a room real quick to help somebody out, so I'll be right.
It runs at the same time. And the idea is to get 7 towns to work together to push for the DEEP, because it is a Department of Environmental Protection state park, and to help advocate to get them to help to improve the conditions of the trail, which are.
Isn't that the true story? Did I miss your story, Beth? I've been riding these days.
No, I was asked what bicycling is like in Connecticut, and
oh yeah, what was it like?
You know, I said we'd all like to see things move along faster than they do, but
yeah,
I am a member of our Complete Streets Committee. I'm LCI, so
okay.
you know, I am doing local work, and sometimes I just like to see it move along a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But I will report that Middletown got selected to participate in the Complete Streets Academy and do one of those quick builds. And some of the people who have been speaking there, and Sandtech, STANTEC,
yep,
they did some excellent presentations. And one of the things that really sticks with me is, you know, if you're going to bring people along in advocacy, you have to tell a story rather than tell them facts and figures, because they're going to remember that interesting story. And I think that's probably one of the big takeaways. I thought it was very, that concept had never been presented to me in that way, to think about it as storytelling. So.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely. It's very, very powerful. I think we have like 20 seconds left in this room, and then we're going back, and then we're going to do like another quick lightning round. But it was nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for being a member, and Chuck, thanks obviously for being a board member and a life member.
My pleasure. And nice speaking with all of you.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. Thank you.
So we don't have to do anything.
No, I think you're going back. It's happening.
Okay.
I guess it's going to happen in 59 seconds. I'm wrong about that. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, welcome back. Hey, Aaron.
So
you're back in the main. You're back in the main lobby now. The rooms are closing. So this is we're all being welcomed back into the main room now. Hopefully you. Hey Heidi, I didn't see you there. Good to see you.
Welcome back, everyone.
Nice. It's like it's a receiving line. I can see everybody now as they walk through the door. So hi Heidi. How you doing? Nice to see you, John. Oh my gosh, yeah. Everybody's here. This is great. The rooms are closing. Hopefully that was fun. We're gonna try to do another really quick round. I know. Again, you don't have to do it again, but the room I was in was really fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll try one more. So I'm gonna recreate a room. All right, so here we go. One more time. And again, after this, we'll come back and we'll say goodbye. So we're gonna try this for 5 minutes. Here we go. Thank you. This is fun.
I can.
Chuck.
Yes,
I
hi.
don't know. I don't know why you're stuck with me again. Hold on a second. I got you. Wow, weird. Okay, let me see something. Let's see if this works. Did that work, Chuck?
I hear you and see you fine. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So like, this is the lobby. Hey, Hamza, I didn't see you in there. And Stephen Dodalto. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sorry.
Hey,
I'm
no
just
worries. Hey,
driving. Sorry.
how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you, Bill?
I'm good. Good. Are you still in DC?
Yes. Well, we live out in Alexandria now. But
Oh, nice. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, that's great. I guess this is like a de facto room. I don't know. I think it's probably that I tried to put you guys all in rooms and it didn't work. Well, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being a member. You haven't come into like personally, we haven't seen each other personally in a while, but we need to.
yes.
And you live in Alexandria, so that's like I live on the border of Alexandria and Arlington. So I live in Fairleigh.
Nice.
I live in Fairlington. So,
Okay.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
know
we're
where
not
that
far
is.
at all.
Yeah. That's where I live. I've been there for 20 years. So that's my neighborhood. Let's get coffee.
Nice. Yeah. I would love to do that. Once the summit stuff dies down, let's definitely do that.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. So I see other people are in here. I don't know if Corrine Frazier, are you there? Maybe not. Huh. Hey, there you are, Corrine. Hey, hi. Your mic isn't working. Weird. How about says you're muted and you can't unmute. Huh. Weird. I'm sorry. Well, it's nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the mic. That's very strange. Yeah, well, we're getting down to the like almost the 1 minute mark. I wish I could. Yeah. Hear ya. Strange. Okay, well, that's okay. It was it was good to see you. Yeah, nice seeing. Great to hear your voice, Hamza. Nice, really good.
Same, Bill.
Yeah, let's talk soon. Yeah, when you're in town, and hopefully I see the rest of you at the summit. Hey, okay, I know those are two faces I know. The Reston contingent. Hello there. Welcome back. Okay, well, did you meet any new people?
We did. We came back too early by accident, but that's okay.
That's all right. Yeah, it's
It was Allison. We know Allison.
Oh, you know her. You know her. Yeah. It's funny. I'm seeing people that I haven't seen in a long time. So this is really great. Thanks for being up for it.
Yeah, man. I don't know how you guys are still cooking, like 9 o'clock, and
we're still cooking. Still cooking. Yeah, I know. I think. Yeah. Well, we're running on that summit. Being with all your friends, sort of high. Yeah. Yeah. All right,
I'm getting a second win now.
Yeah, I know, right? I want to go on a bike ride now. Hey, is there a DC cycling concierge ride leaving at 9:30?
Bike to Reston. It's a long way.
I have biked to Reston with Karen before, and yeah, I know what probably even more intense than usual. So good for you for getting on that ride. Well, thank you all for being up for that. As I said, that was really fun for me, and hopefully you got to meet some new people and see some old friends, and just know that we're working really hard for you and really appreciate all you do to in all the ways, being a member, being an LCI, being a local advocate, being a board member, being a leader at a local group, showing up at, community meetings, everything you do. Thank you for doing that stuff. And thank you for, helping us, keep doing the work that we're doing. So.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Bill.
Bill.
Take care.
Thanks, Bill.
All
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Keep up the good
All
work.
right.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye-bye. Night.
Okay, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Summit.
Thanks, everyone. I'm just going to see everyone out. Goodbye. Bye, Alan. I saw you. Thanks, Alan.